Welcome back, Cowboys Nation. Welcome back to Fourth and Forever. I am JR Castillo. What a Thanksgiving Day game that was, wasn't it? Cowboys Chiefs. Cowboys get a big victory, and all of a sudden they've won 3 straight games. They beat the 2 teams that were in the Super Bowl last year. The team is rolling. They're playing the best they have all season on offense, the most consistent. And don't even the defense. The way this defense has stepped up and is starting to really hit that groove, and it's just there's so much different about it, but it's the fundamentals is what they're doing right. The tackling, they're making the tackles, wrapping up, not letting people bounce off and continue to run. Not missing assignments, communicating, making sure everybody's set. And then it's the hustle, it's the being there for each other. When something bad happens, you can see them hustle back. They don't collapse at the first time something happening. The game starts off with Dak throwing a pick. The team didn't collapse. They gave up a quick touchdown, and they said, okay, we have this. This Cowboys team has just changed since the bye week. They've changed, and you have players coming back, you have players coming in. It shows you how much better you can be when you have good players. Even if you have a scheme that's not the best scheme. The Matt Eberflus scheme, this bend but don't break, it's not the greatest scheme. It's not the funnest scheme to watch. But if you have decent players, if you have good players you can plug in there, bend but don't break works. And the Cowboys are making it work. Before we get into this Lions game, we're going to talk some injuries. Tyler Gayton, it doesn't look like he's going to play. High ankle sprain, probably not going to play. Trayvon Diggs is back off of IR, expected to play. I'm interested to see. When he got injured, I was done with him. I said it openly. I was done with him. I would have traded him. All of a sudden, this team's playing better. They're playing more man coverage. Trayvon, this is your last shot to show that you still have something. Go out and do it. Jadeveon Clowney is banged up. He wants to play. We'll see where the Cowboys hold him at right there. The Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown, star wide receiver. It's game time right now, whether he's going to play or not. High ankle sprain, probably shouldn't play. Seeing that he got hurt last week, probably shouldn't play. The Lions' offense is completely different when Amon-Ra St. Brown's not out there. So I could see him trying to play. But as of right now, I can't imagine a scenario where Amon-Ra St. Brown plays and is highly effective. And Terrion Arnold, star cornerback for the Lions, will be out for the remainder of the season after undergoing shoulder surgery. So let's talk about the keys to this game. Let's get right into it. The Cowboys will win if the offensive line continues to dominate. The way this Cowboys offensive line has been dominant the last 3 weeks, it just says so much about them. Max Crosby did give them some problems against the Raiders, but for the overall, the Cowboys were very good that game. But since then, they've been phenomenal. And the one you really need to look at is Tyler Booker. Tyler Booker the last 2 weeks has had Jalen Carter matched up against him and Chris Jones matched up against him. 2 of the best defensive tackles in the league. 2 of the strongest defensive tackles in the league. And Tyler Booker just pushing them all around the field. The Cowboys got themselves a dog in Tyler Booker. So the Cowboys' offensive line continues to dominate. They're going to win this game. The Cowboys will win this game if they can take advantage of the Lions' physical secondary. The Lions will play man coverage 45% of the time. And if I was the Lions, I'm not doing that this week. Because George Pickens eats man coverage. CeeDee Lamb will eat man coverage. Dak Prescott is going to throw it. If they line up in man coverage, he's just going to chunk it deep with some FU balls and just see what happens. So if the Cowboys can dominate the Lions' physical man coverage, they'll win this game. The Cowboys will win if the defense continues to play tough. This defense has just been absolutely night and day different between this week, the week before, and then everything before the bye. I mean, just the lack of effort, lack of focus, the lack of execution before the bye, and then after the bye, just so much better. And yes, it comes with having better players in the game, of course. But also some of these same players were in there earlier in the year, and they just couldn't talk to each other. And now all of a sudden they're talking to each other. So whatever they did during the bye, studying a playbook, maybe some of them picked it up for the first time. They've got it figured out. So the defense continues playing tough. Cowboys win the game. The Cowboys will lose this game if Jahmyr Gibbs runs through this defense. And yeah, they're going to run David Montgomery too. It's that Sonic and Knuckles thing they got going on. But let's be honest, Jahmyr Gibbs is the Lions' best offensive weapon. And if Jahmyr Gibbs controls the pace of this game on the ground and the Cowboys can't get that run defense working this week, they're going to lose. The Cowboys will lose this game if the mistakes come back to haunt them. The last couple games, the Cowboys have almost just handed away two games that they should have won. Whether it's CeeDee Lamb dropping the ball against Philadelphia, or just simple mistakes like a fumble by George Pickens that Kevontae Turpin just showed up out of nowhere to recover. Things like that will cost you football games. So far, the Cowboys, the last few weeks, have been not letting those kill them. But you play that deadly game, you risk that deadly opportunity to happen. If the Cowboys' mistakes come back to haunt them in this game, they will lose. Finally, the Cowboys will lose this game if the Lions remember who they are. For some reason, the Lions have just been not... And yeah, you can say it's not really some reason. I mean, their defensive coordinator is the head coach of the Jets. Their offensive coordinator is the head coach of the Lions. So you have new coordinators in there. New coordinators bring new play schemes, so it's not the exact same. But there's something about this Lions team that just doesn't feel the same. And maybe Dan Campbell was right. And they lost to the 49ers a couple years ago in the NFC title game. It's like, maybe that's the window. Maybe the window closed. Maybe the window is closed for the Lions. It seems like it shouldn't be. But Jared Goff is turning back into Jared Goff. That's a weird statement, but he was really good for 2 years. Not so much now. The Lions' best offense is their running game. I mean, you got Jamison Williams, who is incredibly fast, but can't run a route. That does you no good. And if Amon-Ra St. Brown can't play, there goes your route runner. So you're down to Jahmyr Gibbs. Can Jahmyr Gibbs control everything? The Lions' defense, that hard-nosed, physical defense, it still plays hard, but they're not that good. They struggle a lot more. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson's really good coming off of his devastating injury, but besides that Lions' defense hasn't been what they were. The Lions seem lost. One of the things the Lions had going for them were their fourth downs. They were just amazing on fourth down. Now they can't convert a fourth down to save their life. And apparently Dan Campbell doesn't know what a field goal kicker is because he just refuses to kick. He absolutely refuses. He hates it. Apparently he hates the kicker. So if the Lions figure out who they are, if they can remember who they are, the Cowboys will lose this thing. But if this lost Lions team continues to show up, I like the Cowboys' chances. This Cowboys-Lions game is a playoff game. It's what it comes down to. It's a playoff game. Neither team can afford to lose this. The loser, probably not. The chance the loser makes the playoffs, slim to none. Even if the win, the Cowboys are still, even at a win, the Cowboys are still on 38, 39% chance of making the playoffs. The Lions, with a win, go to 55% chance of making the playoffs. This is going to be a playoff game, and I'm expecting playoff mentality, playoff physicality, the playoff atmosphere. Every game from now on is a playoff game. And it's if the Cowboys get to this game, if they win this game, starting next week, we have to have the conversation. Can they run the table? But that is it for this week. I am so excited to get to watch this team play again. They're playing so good, you just want to keep watching them play. And it finally, for the first time this season, can actually say that it's fun to watch them play. But I'm looking forward to it. It's Cowboys-Lions. We owe them one because 47-9 last year. I remember it. We owe the Lions a beating. Some, belt to asses here, guys. I hope the Cowboys score 50. I don't think they're going to, but I hope they do. But Cowboys-Lions playoff game. It is on Amazon Prime, on one of the 75 things you have to subscribe to watch football. Different story. But let's go Cowboys. Let's beat the Lions, and let's keep this run going.